I always consider importance of sense of oneness of humanity. On that level, 7 billion human beings are same human being. Mentally, emotionally, physically, we are same. Then, more important, everyone have the feeling of pains and pleasure. With that, everyone, including animals, birds, insects, want happy life, do not want suffering or disturbances. So then more important, 7 billion human beings, everyone want happy life, and everyone have right to achieve happy life. So we have to develop sense of oneness of humanity. On that level, no basis to killing each other. If you respect others, consider as your brothers, sisters, then no room to tell lie, to exploit, to bully. All these negative action, verbal action, physical action, all on the level of secondary level. That is, you see, different, or say the nation, different race, different color, different religious faith. Even within same country, same religion, again, make differences, rich and poor. When we met some rich person, family, we smile, respect. When we met a poor beggar, we look down. Wrong. Same human being. They also have the right, respect. So most of the problem which we are facing is actually with too much emphasis on secondary level of differences. Most of destructive emotion very much related with self-centered attitude. We, me. Then that leads bully other, killing other. So I think now time come. We have to feel these killings, discriminations. I think now we should feel fed up. Too much. Killed one human being by animal, tiger or lion, we feel sad. Same human being, killing by another human being, unthinkable. So now, we are here, carry some, sort of say, ceremony, very happy mood. Same moment, different part of the world, people killed by human being. And number of people, especially children, facing starvation. Again, we netted it on the basis of discrimination. So therefore, now we really need make special effort to promote sense of oneness of 7 billion human beings. That's why I always say, describe brothers and sisters. I feel more comfortable. Then another small reason is I can't remember positions on different individual names. So, so better to just say brothers, sisters. Then, firstly, thank you. You invited me and give me this honorary degree. So I often, you see, expressing when I receive some honorary degree, I feel special thank because without much, much to study, with effort, without that, receiving some degrees. I think you receiving degrees, years, your effort, isn't it? Of course, my own study, since childhood, 7, 8 years, you see, I start my study. Young Dalai Lama, no exception. We carry normal way. So, quite difficulties. Then, on top of that, I'm a very lazy student. So, if my teacher give me some kind of liberty, freedom, then I may not pay much attention about study. So therefore, my tutor keep one whip to show me threat. So out of fear, I carry study. Then gradually, I grown up. I think this young boy also, I think maybe same. We prefer just to play, not study. So I grown up like that way, and then eventually study more, then develop genuine interest. So we human beings, we have not like other animals, mammals, we have this wonderful brain. So therefore, in human beings, in humanity, education become very important. So, for example, this country, since independence, I think education really highly developed, right? Or advanced. So education, very, very important in order to utilize fully about our brain. Then, so I want to say congratulations. Young student, you see, as a result of your hard work, now you get a degree. So I want to express my congratulations. And then also I want to thank teachers. I think including people who take care, right? Food and everything. These people also made directly or indirectly some contribution regarding for your education. So I would like to thank. Then now big question. Today's world, economy, I think comparatively, I think really much advanced, particularly in 20th century, and with help of technology, science. But meantime, 20th century, in spite of a lot of sort of advancement in the material field, in technology, science, a lot of violence. My life, I born 1935, that very moment, Sino-Japanese war about to start. And Europe, Nazi Germany gained because of that power. So then eventually, Second World War started. Immense destruction, including 2 nuclear bomb use in Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I personally have the opportunity to visit these 2 areas and also have the opportunity met some survivor of that terrible weapon. Very sad, really very sad. The beginning of this 21st century, still lot of violence. So therefore, the mere our general education, I think, failed to bring genuine, peaceful world. And the science, technology, sometimes helping to kill. In ancient time, war maker, violence, because the people who create violence, quite obvious. Now with help of technology, communication, indivisible. One person can create a lot of killing. Now question, technology is something wrong? No, absolutely not. And educate, most of these troublemakers are educated people. So existing education is something wrong? No, education is very important. Now, this shows existing education system not complete, not adequate. Existing education system simply taking care of brain, not warm-heartedness. So education should include education about warm-heartedness. Now, all major world religious tradition really teach us importance of practice of love, compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, self-discipline, contentment. But then, various major religious traditions cannot cover entire 7 billion human beings. Because out of 7 billion, over 1 billion non-believer. Among 6 billion human beings, suppose believer, but not very serious. So among the believer, some mischievous people also there. Sometimes use religion to create more problem. So this is certainly indicates the moral principle. Regarding moral principle, the religious tradition not adequate. So therefore, now here, India's tradition, secular, secular, India's own constitution is based on secular. That's understandable. When India got independence, this nation is multi-religious community or people, nation. Therefore, constitution should be secular principle. Secular means respect all religions. And also, according to Indian understanding, secular means respect non-believer. This is something very unique. In the West, the very word secular, people look, secular means disrespect religion and distance from religion, religious faith. Some, my friend, even sort of interpret secular some kind of atheism. So according to Indian understanding, not at all like that. Secular means respect all religion and also respect non-believer. I think the secular way to educate people, eventually we will find, so that method can cover entire 7 billion human beings. So some people, mainly from America, and also now start in India also. You see, serious sort of investigation of carry research. The secular ethics, try to sort of fit in secular education field. So we already, I think, lost more than one decade. Some scientists, some educationists, we already start some sort of experiment. So result quite convincing. So now we are seriously now discussing, drafting on secular ethics, education about secular ethics, which can be fit in secular education field. That also from kindergarten level up to university level. So we have to think seriously about that thing. The existing education system is not adequate. Most of these troublemakers are quite well educated. So education, knowledge, was the instrument of anger, hatred. So, in order to carry our education more constructive way, we have to take care about our emotion. Through education, through awareness, promote constructive education, and automatically more constructive emotion increase through reasons, through training, through understanding, not necessarily through prayer, but simply use our intelligence. Then you can develop conviction. Warm-heartedness is very important sort of factor for our good health, happy family, happy community. Now scientists, through their experiment, some scientists say the constant fear, constant anger, actually eating our immune system. Then also some scientists, through their experiment, basic human nature is more compassionate. Because we all come from our mother. We all nurtured by mother's milk. So basic nature is more positive. So that's, I think, real basis of our hope. If basic human nature is negative, then we can't do anything. But basic nature is positive. Therefore, if we make attempt, there is possibility to create better humanity, more compassionate humanity. Automatically, then world become more peaceful, more happier, more compassionate world. So this is your responsibility. I usually telling audience, two generations, generation of 20th century, generation of 21st century. My generation, and respect to the elder brothers, also you see, bro, that generation. So, our century, 20th century, gone. So we, generation of 20th century, we ready to say bye-bye. So now these people, the generation of 21st century, now this 21st century, just a beginning. So there is real possibility if generation of 21st century make attempt now, later part of 21st century can be more peaceful, more happier humanity. So that you should have sort of your dream, your life, dedicate your education, dedicate, utilize for better world, happier world. Firstly, this nation, India, secular ethics, 1,000 years here. With that, religious harmony, 1,000 years already practiced here. So these are, I think, the sort of greatness of this nation. Now besides preserving and within your own country, but also you see now time come to share rest of the world. So therefore, now here in this country, Hindus, Muslims, Jains, Buddhists, and so on, generally very peaceful, very harmony. And some other country, even same Muslim, Sunni, Shia, sometimes you see problem. And Catholic, Protestant, also sometimes problem. Now, unfortunately, in Burma, now Buddhists and Muslims, some problem. That's very, very unfortunate. As a Buddhist, I really feel very sad. So otherwise, and Sri Lanka, also is some sort of problem due to religious faith, different religious faith. So overall, I think this country, now for example, this country, I think really remarkable. So this is India's treasure. Now time comes to share rest of the world. So in order to share rest of the world within the country, these traditionally your pressure, right? Your treasure must promote, must keep. So that I want to share. And then these young people, at this moment, I think you may have a little bit sort of concern now how to utilize your education, how to lead your new life. That life, you should not take for granted life will be easy. No. Problems, obstacles, always there. When you're facing these things, you should not lose your also the optimism. Optimism. Problem, always there. But we are human beings. This intelligence and warm-heartedness bring us inner strength, self-confidence. Education, knowledge, self-confidence combined. It is always possible to overcome our problem. So self-confidence is very important. And for that, at the beginning, you should not expect too much. You have to think, oh, obstacle bound to happen. Then you already prepared when you face some difficulties. You can keep your enthusiasm. If right from the beginning, too much optimism, and some small obstacle comes, then demoralize, become pessimistic. So that, as an old person now, over 80 years old person, and my life, you see, through a lot of difficulties. So I learned self-confidence. Self-confidence very much based on truth, honesty. Honesty, truthful, will bring trust. Because you see, you can carry your life transparently. That brings trust. Trust is basis of friendship. So therefore, you see, you should carry your work honestly, truthful. That brings inner strength, self-confidence. Do you agree? If you agree, then you see these words should not left in the whole, but should be part of your daily life. Okay, thank you.